This is Kansas Helen, and today I have Kevin Latz, who is running for U.S. Senate in the Democratic primary in August to unseat Roger Marshall in November. Hello, and canvassers descending upon your home in an hour. And so thank you for taking your time out to meet with me. The first question I really like to ask candidates, do you know what it's like to not have one more penny?
Yeah, great question. Short answer is yes, ma'am. And we don't get in this very much because it's not something that folks necessarily need to know, but I come from a single parent home. My father passed away when I was 5. My mother was a nurse and had 4 kids. I was the youngest of the 4. My oldest brother has spastic cerebral palsy, and so she had her hands full. And so I remember very well what it feels like to have no safety net. When I was in med school, I had a buddy from undergrad show up at my apartment, and it was before cell phones. So he called the library at the med school where I was studying and said, "Hey man, you've been robbed." And I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "There's nothing in your apartment. There's an air mattress and a milk container with a crappy TV on it, and there ain't nothing else here." And I said, "Yeah, that's my house." And frankly, I don't live in that now. I'm not going to pretend that. My wife and I are both surgeons. It's no secret. I live in Mission Hills, but we benefited from the programs that literally no longer exist. And yes, ma'am, I do know what that's like.
Yeah. Even though you're living, I'm certainly in a much better financial position than my parents were. And that's the hope, right? Is that that's the dream. That's what we want for our children, is for them to do better than we do. And so, yeah, it's just a question to kind of, so you do understand, do you know what I mean? So you know what it's like to be on both sides of the equation. Honestly, you know what it's like to be economically disadvantaged, or to now be probably still even just like middle class. Do you know what I mean? Like,
I think that's accurate. I kind of divide the world into, and this is maybe not right, but folks who get money taken out of their paycheck for taxes and folks that don't. And I'm still earning salary, get paid every couple of weeks by the hospital where I'm employed, and I'm not making my living off capital gains. And so I would classify myself as upper middle class. I know that can cause an argument and a disagreement, but I think we're upper middle class. And I want to be careful. The expectations, my mother was college educated, she was a nurse. The expectation was that three of her 4 kids would go to college and would do well. Candidly, it was never, are you going to go to college? It was, where are you going to go to college? And that didn't change the expectations. But I certainly understood that there was no allowance coming once a week that my kids just expect for not doing anything. That didn't exist.
Yeah, I expected my kids to go to college, but I also taught them, but the reality of them going to college is that I can't pay for it. I can allow you to live in my home and take care of you financially until you get your degree. That's what I can offer you. But I can tell you right now, I don't live in an income bracket where I can just pay for your school. My daughter went to college. She figured out how to take care of it and all got paid for. I still would not have been in a position to just give her a credit card to use that I just pay off once a month, and a car. And like you said, all the things that you need to where if you get robbed, your parents can just go and buy you a whole new setup. It's not like you were given a silver spoon. You know what I'm saying? You worked for it, and you're still working for it. If you're still actively a surgeon, you're still actively, maybe until you started running a campaign, but
No, I still am on Operating Monday. I took my last call. I'm at a level 1 trauma center here in Kansas City. I took my last call, I think, about a week and a half ago. So I'm not taking active call, frankly, but I'm still operating, still in clinic. I think I would lose some of my authenticity to be able to speak to what the challenges are with our medical system if I wasn't in it and listening to patients. And so, no, that was intentional. It does make it a little bit hard, but it also gives me a perspective. Quite frankly, what I am doing Monday morning in the OR is more important than anything else I'll do this weekend. And it just gives me a grounding and a perspective that I think is helpful.
That's what, yeah, it's not just about like, I'm going to stop working to focus on the campaign. I can financially afford to. It's that your job literally probably, it changes lives and saves lives. And like, we already have a shortage of people, like, in the medical field as it is. And so like, if you truly care about patient care, I could see it would be, you would want to put that off till like you didn't have to anymore,
Right. I want to be careful. I don't, it's, my wife actually does save lives.
Okay.
I'm an orthopedic surgeon. I am not saving lives. I am hopefully improving quality of lives for sure.
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, maybe you're not saving lives, but as somebody who has benefited from surgeries that didn't necessarily save my life, but definitely gave me quality of life. It is life altering. Sure, people are alive, but they're alive in such pain, or they're alive in whatever scenario that they can't function and they're not living a quality life. So what's the point? So it's almost as important to me that
Yeah, I hear you.
that we have quality of life, not just a life.